session of doing a 10-minute summary of the previous classes in this week. So last week, Marisha gave the first 10-minute summary, and she nominated me to give the 10-minute summary for today. So last week's class was by Gopi Prabhu, and this class was given on Mother's Day. So we started, he gave us a test to see who the 7 mothers of the Sastras are. These 7 mothers are our own mother, the wife of our teacher or spiritual master, the wife of a Brahmin, the wife of a king, the nurse, the cow, and the cow. So his class last week was focused on Gajendra's prayers of surrender. So he specifically focused on the first verse from chapter 3, and these can be found in the 8th canto, which is titled Withdrawal of the Cosmic Creations. In this verse, the words Shri Bhadrayanya Uvacha used. And to understand who Shri Bhadrayanya was, Gopi Prabhu gave us a hint of how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's baby name was given. Mahaprabhu was born under the neem tree, and that is why he was given the name Nima. In the same way, Sukadeva Goswami was given the name of Bhadrayani because he was born under the Bhadra tree. So, when we read the translation of the shloka, we focused on the words, fixed his mind. Who fixed his mind? Gajendra did, on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this led to a deeper discussion about the nature of our mind. There is a saying that many of us have probably heard, we are not this body, we are the soul. But many times we often forget that we are also not the mind. And in this regard, just like right now, Bhagavad Gita 3.42 was brought up, which talks about the 5 different stages of management. And the mind is not the end-all be-all, because bigger than the mind is intelligence, and bigger than the intelligence is the soul. So, unless the mind is not fixed, we will never get to our intelligence or to the next level. And the mind's role is to agree with the intelligence, which in return must also agree with the soul. So, next, the microphone was handed to Rajendra Kumar Prabhu, and he read the first paragraph of this verse. His takeaway was that Krishna is extremely merciful, because Krishna always offers us repeated chances to return to him. And even if fall down may happen during service, we are always going to have a chance. Gopi Prabhu continued by emphasizing that we should never be under the false pretense of believing that we can never fall down. Things may happen, but we just have to keep doing our service. And in the story of Gajendra, the level of danger that he was facing was death. The advantage was that the crocodile was in its home ground, whereas Gajendra was not. So he was given a chance when he was put into danger, right? Like most of the times whenever we're put into danger, we think of Krishna or we think of some higher supreme being or some authority to help us out during those times. Oh my God, this just happened to me. It's very easy and simple like that. But this isn't the best philosophy to hold, because we want to remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whether we are in happiness or distress. And why must we do this? Because in the Bhagavad Gita 8.14, Krishna says that, for one who always remembers me without deviation, I am easy to obtain, O son of Vrinda, because of his constant engagement in devotional service. So, if we want to attain Krishna, we must constantly engage in his devotional service. And if we are always engaged in his devotional service, but don't remember Krishna, Krishna will remember you. So this is the beginning part of the class that was given. And ultimately, one big point that happened in the class was when Gopi Prabhu asked Avi Prabhu to stand up and go to the deities and recite Gajendra's prayers of surrender to the deity. So this showed all of us that our goal in this life is not to complain about our problems or the difficulty that we're put into Lord Krishna. Our goal in this life is to glorify Krishna, because ultimately Krishna knows everything that's going on with us and everything that's going on with the world. And our only duty is just to glorify him. So this was my takeaway from the 10-minute summary. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna. And this week, for next week, I would like to nominate Vaishnavi to give the next 10 minutes. Hari Bol.